Sonaranjan here from Maat. Today we are witnessing semi-finals of Chess Super League 2024, and we are having the first match here between Kaziranga B and Saranda B. And here we are going to watch the first board, Suez, and the white and black. We have today in our team Harshvardhan, Arjun, and Akash. Hi everyone, good evening.
Hello,
Good
good
evening.
evening.
Okay, so we have some new members also who are witnessing CSL today at semifinals. It's really good to see you, and we can proceed with the games now, right?
And just as we start, black is at a huge disadvantage, which is king still stuck on e1. Oh, and now there is nasty knight g3 will win the rook in this position. Let's see what Suhesh decides. There are other discoveries as well. Knight c3 could also be a try, giving knight e2 next. Though knight g3 is a simpler option, simply winning the rook. Maybe he's searching for stronger alternatives. Queen f4, queen f4 might be an alternative. He plays knight g3. Now white king, even though
But
it would like to step to f1,
white have a check here, right? You can't play queen f4.
so
Or you are saying black will play queen f4.
yeah, one possible move. Here now, even though white would like to step his king to f1, that would just not would not allow it since it's an illegal move. So he has
So
more.
only two possible moves for king, that is king d2 and king d1. Apart from that, there is one blocking move that is knight e5, and it would be insane to block with queen e5 and bishop e7 as well. So only two moves, that is king d2 or king d1.
Both king d2 and king d1 step the king behind the queen, and there are possibilities of a pin along the d5.
But that pin is not that great possibility because that bishop h4 is guarding that square, d8 square.
Yes, yes, true. Currently, rook d8 would be a blunder. So probably after king d1, king d2, knight h1 should be played. Now, you would like to take the knight on h1, but then you would drop your c2 pawn with queen takes c2 and mate as well.
Okay, rook d8 is a obvious move here.
So he correctly blocked that bishop with that knight, bishop's diagonal with that knight, in order to play rook d8.
Bishop f6, temporarily parrying the threat of rook d8. But now, even if the queen steps away from the d-file, still rook d8 check would result in a is rook d8 is still a deadly check since it would result in checkmate few moves later. Queen g4 check. If king moves to f8, there is queen b4 check. But after the rook blocks on e7, there are no more checks. Here, white should try king f5 check. And if black plays king h8, he might have some hopes of finding a perpetual here.
Actually, now he should play knight d4 because it is. No, he didn't play that. Knight d4 was a better option. At least it blocked that rook's check.
Okay, but he has defended c2 and taken on rook h1, so now he might be able to tuck his king onto the queen side, and he might not get checkmated.
He might not get checkmated. That's right.
And now, black structure. Imagine a knight goes to f5 through either knight d4 to f5 or knight h4 to f5. Black could also get checkmated here if he is not careful.
Black's king is exposed. His king side pawn structure is weakened.
Perhaps a good move here is queen c4, threatening rook e2 check. And after white plays rook e1, you may simply take it.
But I suppose white will play king c1 for this queen
To
c4.
a5. This might be a bit slower. White has his own plans. Do you think he should start with knight d4?
I suppose king c1 and then king b1 would be a better option.
How about knight d4 and c3? Okay, he attempts to exchange the rooks. Okay, but this now the knight is very inactive, so this was perhaps not the best option.
The knight can still be activated from knight d3 to knight f4 and then knight h5.
Knight d3 immediately would drop the c2 pawn. So
Not
he has
immediately, after he plays that rook d8 check or something like that.
time situation. White has only 1 minute.
See, as I said, he played rook d8 check. So knight d3, automatically he got that maneuver.
Yes.
Actually, now he can play to the king side as well. King e2 and then he could have done that. Let's see.
Perhaps White's next move is most likely king c1, trying to go knight f4 next move. But he has only 55 minutes, 55 seconds to find a
But there
check.
is increment, right? So it's not that big of an issue if there is increment.
2 seconds increment, the players might get nervous. It always happens.
So he gave a check as well as defended that g2 pawn with that check because of that queen.
Surprisingly, this a5 move is now useful since it prevents queen b4 check and any hopes of perpetual. So now white must find a different plan. Now king c1 would lead to queen g1 check, and you cannot hide yourself on the back rank. How do you think you should get out of this back rank issue, which now this queen on h2 is causing?
Maybe you should play b3 first and after that king c3 and then king b2 in order to escape that back rank.
If he plays b3, do you think a4 is coming, trying to play a3 and blocking the square again? Okay.
A4 might not come at once because there are few pieces on the board. So why will he give that pawn for free? I don't think he will. And directly after some moves, maybe like this queen f6. But he didn't go on that liner only, so it's no use discussing.
White has a great chance. He can probably win the rook by bringing it to h5 and giving queen f8.
Oh,
Okay.
surprising turnover of the match.
The Ponziani attack. This is a Well-known gambit, but let's see if black knows how to parry it. Here, knight f6 is a sharp move. After which d4, e captures d4, e5 is a line. And white sometimes sacrifices a pawn for good initiative. Black is still thinking. Another possible move, making use of this c3 move, is d5. And after e captures d5, you can play queen captures d5. And now, unlike a candidate, okay, we have reached this position where white is just down a piece. It's like the gambit didn't work.
Black is a knight up. So let's see. But in previous position also, uh, the odds were in favor of black. Let's see. Does this game also turn over like that, or does it continue in the same path?
Here, white, here black seems much safer since he can castle on the king side, and there doesn't seem to be an obvious attack. But what white can do is he can try to maybe play rook c1 and try to get pressure on the c file, as well as castle, play rook e1 and try to get pressure on the e file. But how would you try to save this position?
He has already blundered a knight. Again, he is giving up that knight for free. Let's see.
Knight d5 should be the move, taking a pawn. There are no issues with any pins since c6 will defend everything. What do you think? Can he try c6, queen f6, knight f4? These kinds of moves, trying to attack on the king side.
C6, queen f6, knight, c6, queen f6 and knight?
F4. This kind of plan, trying to attack on the king side.
Yes, maybe he can try, but white can also play g3 in order to escape that plan. But queen f6. So in order to do that, maybe no, he has gone on a different line altogether. I thought he will play queen f5, white.
And here c6, solidifying. Also, now the c7 pawn will never be a target. White might be trying for a knight g5 trick. So, rook h5, knight g5. White has his own checkmating ideas. Black should be careful. Perhaps queen f6 here. Okay, here no queen, not queen f6. Now, bringing the rook to h4 keeps it in line with the queen on d8, and there might be discoveries in case the white knight moves. Okay, he has gone for a trick.
Yes, again.
Now knight h5 leads to queen h7 main.
But I think he will play the simple move that is h6.
h6 attacks the knight while preventing the checkmating attack, and two pieces will be under attack at the same time.
Also g6 is there, but maybe he will play h6. Let's see.
He has found it. Now he will win a piece, though his h file will get opened. So white still has chances. Perhaps rook d1 here. And after
Rook d1 attacking the queen.
yes. And after queen e7, maybe you try to somehow bring the other rook to the h file. It will be difficult. Yes.
As you said, he played rook e1. Rook d1, sorry.
Black is thinking, though queen e7 seems to be the safest move, keeping the queen close to the angle of attack. Queen a5, he has found an amazing move, pinning the knight to the rook behind it. How do you think white should give up material here since he is forced to?
Maybe he should go for uh, see, he has to give some of the other material. So he should save the rook, I suppose, and then, yes, as I said, and then he should maybe try to create more pressure on the open H file by pushing the pawns like G4, even though it exposes the king, but he has no other choice since he is already losing the game. So here he has played something else. So
Rook d8, very interesting, not taking the piece. I am not sure what the idea is.
still, the evaluation bar shows that black is plus, but it is very difficult to see what is the move here because he did not take the knight, and this type of advantage shows that at least one of the other pieces should have gone to black, but
Here,
no.
here I think queen f5 may be the move, or queen a. Sorry.
Queen
Queen
f5.
f5.
Yeah, queen f5. If white takes queen f5, then rook d1 is a backhand mate. He plays. We didn't notice it, but white has few back rank issues now actually.
Queen f5 would have led to a back rank mate for white, na?
No, it wouldn't have because we could have played some other move like queen c1 or something like that, saving the queen and protecting the rook as well. See, he has played rook to g3 in order to make space for h3 so that he can protect his king
But black,
and make a square for it.
black can now counter with knight e4,
Knight.
disturbing. And next move, he can he can try to pressure the f2 pawn after bringing a knight to e4. Maybe knight e4. He has found it. Knight e4. If now rook g4, attacking the knight f5, attacking the knight, attacking the rook while defending the knight.
For f5, I suppose he will play. No, he will not play rook g4, right? He has to play something else because rook g4 is losing. He can't play anything else. Rook will be trapped.
Perhaps rook h3 back, but it players don't. Okay, knight d2. If knight captures g2 happens, I am certain that rook captures e2 will be played. On the knight, now queen e1 check is coming in, and after queen e1 check, king g2, rook d1, and you are
Yes. Then you have to play queen c5 in order after rook d2 maybe.
he exchanges the queens. The rook endgame also looks good, but it will require more effort to convert.
White refuses exchange.
Why didn't accept the exchange?
Now, the same idea, queen e1, rook d1, seems to be very strong.
Hmm.
Do you think white will go king g3 and just try to run his king outwards? How far can it run? Queen g1, king f4, g5, king f5, rook d5, king f6, queen e6 mate. So he can't go king f. Do you see any way for him to survive?
Queen e6 will not be a mate because this queen b3 is there, right? So it will capture that
Rook will be on d5. So
rook. Rook will be on d5.
yeah, but black plays even better. He plays the prophylactic g5, just cutting off the king squares, and white finds f4, giving the f3 square to the king. Only 15 seconds. Layers down to the last 15 seconds. Queen h1 natural. Now it's a critical moment. Queen f1 seems to be a very strong move, as well as queen e.
So since both
It
have
might
less
be a
time
draw by
left,
repetition.
since both had less time left, so maybe they didn't have that nerves to play that. So maybe they accepted a draw. It was better.
Okay, there's one more game going on right now. It's a rook and game, and it's 8 and 6. Hmm.
Uh,
Okay, so this was Kaziranga versus Saranda Group B, and Saranda won by 6.5 to 3.5. Uh, Going ahead in finals, I think. Soumyaranjan, am I right?
Yes,
So,
Saranda moved to finals, and Kaziranga will play with the second team, which is going to lose on the other side, and they will play for the third, and then other winning team will play in the finals of B team.
okay. So the next set of pairings start at 9:30,
Yes,
right?
the next will be starting at 9:35. Nilgiri B versus Nallamala B.
Okay, so we do have break of 10 minutes. In the
Yes.
meantime,
So
everyone, this
we had a
tournament
draw
is,
here, so we can analyze that one also.
yeah. In the meantime, everyone, this tournament is being sponsored by chess.com. The winners are to be provided with multiple prizes along with a cash prize pool of 7.5k that is being funded from Student Activities Fund of IITM BS. So let's start from the beginning. Which player we haven't? Okay, we didn't see two of these pairings. And Killer X 14115 won both his game against the Gaurav S. Let's check out these two games.
Sicilian, open Sicilian.
Okay, so open Sicilian, we are at knight takes d4, and yeah, anything, anything on the
I,
opening, guys.
yes, Sicilian is a really complicated game. From my side, I will say that. I haven't studied it a lot. Akash can say something. So Akash, uh, anything on Sicilian? You are muted.
It's extremely complicated, especially for a 5 minute game, especially considering this has gone into a dragon Sicilian after g6. Opposite side castling, one of the most aggressive. The In Sicilians, the price of each move is very high. Unlike other openings where you can play some quiet moves and just stabilize your position, Sicilian is a do or die. Sicilian position is always do or die. If you waste a single move, you might get crushed on the board. And here he decided to play the dragon. Queen f3, very aggressive. Bishop e4 might be coming up next. Bishop g4. While this move looks good attacking the queen, it actually the bishop is a bit loose, and white can improve his advantage. E5.
This seems like an inaccuracy. Mhm.
Yeah, because if you take and take, try to take with queen, lots of discoveries will open up eventually. Also, your knight starts being under attack. Bit premature. And
White gave up his knight.
castling queenside is generally fine in Sicilian, but here, just as soon as he castles, he's going to be hit with knight e4. Attacks the queen, attacks the knight. You cannot take knight takes e4 because queen b2, and you're getting checkmated eventually. Let's see what he tried.
Yeah.
Checkmate.
Mhm. So, blunder, giving up the knight, and yeah,
Even though
this
the
was a,
that was the biggest evaluation swing, I would say e5 is where it started to go wrong. As soon as you play e5, the position becomes very difficult to handle. Here he
yeah,
should have
well,
gone f3, bishop e3, bishop c4, and slowly built up his position.
f3, bishop e3,
And bishop
and
c4.
mm,
Eventually h4, h5, and you try to
mm.
add black's king.
And the next game, I think this might have been an easier draw for Killer X, although the ratings seem quite equal, but still. Okay, this is a long game, 44 moves.
Very unconventional opening. I have actually not seen this before.
Okay, wait a second. When I started to learn the basics of chess, some people told me that you need to control the center. What's happening here?
Here, black is actually trying to control the center. He did that by trading the d pawn of white for the b pawn of black.
Hmm.
Now, none of his pawns are in the center. But even though, so he has three pawns on c, d, and e files, while white has only two.
Hmm.
So in the future, he can have more central control. But what's happening here is that his queen side is a bit weak now. If he tries to go d5 and e5, he'll be hit with c4,
Hmm.
and, and his center will start collapsing. It's similar to the Grunfeld defense, where you give up the center, but you are still able to have an advantage because you are able to use white's passivity. There he's trying to build up the center. He'll go d5 next. d5 or knight f6 is expected.
What?
h5. Okay, this is extremely aggressive.
What's the logic behind h5?
He has already a bishop on b7,
Hmm.
which is somewhat attacking the king side. As soon as the knight moves, it has full view of the king.
Hmm.
Now his plan is he will go h4, and if knight captures f4, he'll sack rook captures h4.
Hmm.
Then queen captures, then g captures h4, queen captures h4, and he'll say that even though that position might not be better for black, but he'll challenge his opponent to defend a position in which his king is
Hmm.
so weak.
Hmm.
Which
So you have initially sacrificed your queen side to eventually destroy the king side of the opponent. That to post facet.
d6 to block the attack, which is a
Yes.
blunder. Ooh, it's a blunder because of knight e5, and now your pin will be used against you because if knight captures e5 is not possible because of the pin. So black will be forced to play d captures e5, and white will play bishop captures c6.
Okay, so bishop, rather than taking the pawn, bishop captures c6 with check, and taking the black bishop as well from the diagonal.
Yes. He just played queen c7, but that loses the entire piece.
Hmm.
Bishop captures c6 or knight capture.
And white gives up his advantage.
He wanted to defend the b2 pawn,
Hmm.
but now he has lost something even more. Now rook d4, and your queen is not able to maintain contact with the bishop, which is being attacked. So you are losing your bishop here and most of your advantage, which was placed in the game, and white loses his bishop. Now, actually, I would prefer black in this position because now h4 h3 or h4 hg, and you're crashing through on the king side.
Yeah.
Next move queen h6, and your king side is gone. It's
And black must have done some blunder here. It's mate in 5.
it is queen g. Yeah, instead of queen h3, queen g3 would be mate soon enough because there is no way to stop rook h1. Still extremely winning.
Oh.
Rook takes d4 now. Rook h2 is a blunder because rook takes d4, and you cannot take back c takes d4 because queen takes e7, and now black is in trouble. So and he didn't see it.
Hmm.
Okay. Now white just has to find safety for his king and he'll be winning.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay. Uh, just on the previous move. Wait. One move back. Here. No, no. Instead of this, here he can just take the knight.
Yeah. Hmm. White did give up his advantage in between. Black failed to say it, time pressure, and mm, yeah, yeah, it was done after this. Well, I think next set of pairings started. Let's go to the game. Right. That's it. The next is Nilgiri versus Nallamala
Nilgiri B
B.
versus, yes, we have Nilgiri B versus Nallamala B here.
Okay, I'm having some network issues. Soumya, can you share the screen in the meanwhile?
Yes, sure. Okay, is it okay?
Hmm.
Is it visible, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we already had 1 point for Nilgiri here. Okay, so Godman Gaurav has won a match. Now we can go to the first video. Okay, it's between Shankar and Subham, and it's a equal position for both of them.
White has no choice but to play bishop g5 or bishop e7. F6 weakens the seventh rank. Now that the bishop is here, g4 is a great move. He's trying to break the king side with g5, and eventually you either need a queen to come on the seventh file or a rook to reach the seventh file. g5. This is this does trap the bishop, though black cannot win the bishop. Queen h5 would look natural, but after queen f7, after queen f7, white will be
Queen
forced to retreat.
f7, white have to move his queen away, and black can play queen g6, right?
Queen, yes. If black is very brave, he can also take queen a2 or but queen e
Queen
okay.
e4,
Hmm. Queen queen e4 doesn't threaten too many
queen
enough.
e3 check.
Yes. Queen e3 check. White will move his king to h1, and then his black's issue is that his g5 pawn is going, and as soon as the g5 pawn goes, all the protection against his king is removed.
Mhm.
So he has to be very resourceful to find some kind of defense here. I actually thought maybe he should have taken rook c5 instead of d c5. Now his rooks look very inactive. They are staring at his own pawn. He's trying to queen his pawn, but he has to save his king side as well. Now queen f7 check. Queen f7 check. Last move was also deadly. Rook f6. Queen e8 is a trying to prevent queen f7. Or do you think he should give up queen for two pieces? Just take queen f6 and try to
But
hold that.
if he plays queen e8, white would probably just trade the queens, and it's better position for white then.
So do you think he should wait? Did white take queen h6? Yes, he did.
Yes.
He is in trouble now. Taking is lost. Yes, queen e4 is a decent defense. Now bishop f6, he can play queen g4 and save the mate. It's not so simple for
White
white.
is white has so many advantages already because the rook is so much inactive at c8. It can't come to the white side because of that pawn on c4.
Actually, what do you think about rook? Okay, queens have been traded. Black made a
White is
mistake
just
playing c3. His pawn was on c4. If he would have left it there, the white bishop could never attack it.
yes.
Now he needs a miracle to save this. He's down on the clock as well. Now king d3 and he loses the pawn.
Bishop b4 and he will lose it.
Interesting thing to note is that suppose white plays rook captures c3 next move, black takes rook captures c3 and king captures c3. If black somehow manages to get the g2 pawn, it's a theoretical draw because the pawn a2 pawn is the wrong color pawn. So he has to somehow eliminate the g2 pawn if he trades the rooks. Yes. He didn't
Black
trade.
is also playing under so many time pressure, so I don't think he can manage to do that.
Yeah. So even okay, white is not under time pressure. It's looking more difficult for black as it. So if all the pawns get traded, rook and bishop versus rook is drawn.
Yes, that is drawn. But
So,
any blunder can lead to a different result.
but I'm thinking, yes, like this. Perhaps now he tries h4, h3, just trades that pawn,
As for
and
h3, yes.
okay, bishop even was a very strong move. I don't see a great move right now. Maybe rook e4. Maybe rook e4, just disturbing that bishop a bit temporarily. Okay,
So you're saying h3 would be a good move, right?
would have been, but he has to be able to capture it back. So,
Okay.
was this a rook c3, king e2? Now he has allowed the king to enter. Now he must
He have trapped his bishop only.
Oh wait, oh yeah. Now it is drawn. It is a miracle. I didn't
Yes. Queen f2 and yes, it is a draw.
No, he can't take the pawn.
After king f2, he can take the pawn, right?
No, because white king is near his like white king will go to b6, take the pawn and queen.
Okay, yes.
So he should do nothing. He should maintain this status quo because even white can't do anything.
White can only try to just win on time here and knocks on Sunday. White had his advantage and he lost it.
If black didn't take the pawn, it was hanging. Okay, now he has played. Wait a minute. Rook b5. Now white should be careful. Now rook b8 and rook c8. He shouldn't fall into some skewer. Now
Uh,
he does nothing.
Rook g4.
Do you think that black is trying to win this now?
They both are trying to win this game, but uh, theoretically it isn't possible for both of them.
The only chance is if someone misses a skewer, where okay, looks like it's going into repetition. No, white refuses repetition. White wants to flag. Okay, and now it's impossible. Rook now rook takes g4 ends the game.
It's
Black
a
did,
complete draw now.
but it's interesting. Black didn't take the pawn when it was early.
Okay, it can be. Uh, okay, I
Again,
was supposed.
now
No, it's a draw now.
okay. I guess we can move to another game.
Yes. We already had four results on Nilgiri side. Nilgiri B had won four matches and Nallamala B have
Whoa!
won. Oh, did he just blundered his rook?
Oh my god! After all that, the black won.
So there was a point White had the complete advantage, and now yeah, it's done. Rook A1 checkmate. We can go to another one.
Arkan. D5.
Black is free moving his moves now.
This is a very solid system by white. He doesn't try to gain huge opening advantage, but he will try to structurally outplay black.
More advanced than Black.
Yes. Now he can go for rook e1, knight f1 to knight g3 kind of plan. So personally, I prefer this position for black. Black can go d4, and then c3 pawn will be very weak. Yes, d4 here should be good
Okay,
for
now he can't play C3, right?
yes. And c pawn has he can't play c3 or c4, and he needs one of
Yes,
those positions.
C4 also would be a on possibility.
Yes. So perhaps white will just play knight f1, knight g3, and try to attack. Bishop d7 played. Now in Karokan, black should try to create weaknesses on the queen side. So possible moves here include d5, a5, and rook c8. All of these moves attempt to pressure the queen side in some way. A move like rook e8 is also possible, trying to play e5. Though black could have done this earlier if he wanted. He plays queen b6. Queen b6 sneakily attacks f2, but it's not clear how to.
But
Attack it again.
no support from another piece here.
Yeah. H3 is there. You
Could
can't go
have
knight.
gone, yeah.
A4, A5 to trouble the queen. A4 but creates an issue that now black can play knight B4.
Yeah.
If this seems to be blundering a pawn, but the engine doesn't agree. Okay, it changed its mind. The pawn was blundered. Now knight F3 is simple, defending the bishop. Coming back is also fine. Taking, personally, I am not too sure about that. Bishop pair is always strong.
Do you think they would exchange the rooks?
Rooks, white should not do that. A bishop pair is much stronger than a knight and a bishop.
Now white have to do that, right?
He blundered the pawn, bishop d5, it's hanging, but white didn't see it. That pawn is still. Black had queen a5 there, which was an amazing move. And after the knight moves somewhere, rook e1 check, winning the queen. But he has played queen d4. Do you think queen? Maybe his idea is queen f4, and if he moves the knight, rook e1 check. What do you think?
Queen f4.
Yeah, and if he moves the knight somewhere, rook e1.
Rook e1, yes.
What should white do? Perhaps
But
three.
black has so many inactive pieces. Like this bishop on d7 is inactive.
Oh, I don't
And
like bishop e2. It feels clumsy. Maybe yes. Queen e5 is nice. Centralizes the queen. Now that bishop looks inactive, but now he'll go d4, bishop c6.
the bishop takes h3.
Oh, the queen was attacked, and
Okay, okay.
now that the knight was the major issue in white's position. Now that it's on f3, the position is completely fine. Perhaps he can go for d4 here. Yes, d4, queen d3, and then that you're removing the bishop.
Mhm.
He stops queen d3, but how about bishop d3? He does play it. Now bishop d4 does not win a pawn because bishop f5, and that is a discovery. Taken. Now white has to be very careful not to allow rook e1. So actually, what do you think he should play in this position?
White could play queen d3, exchanging the queens here.
But the double pawns, are you fine with them? Look big. Yeah. He played rook b1, not entirely sure. I think maybe his idea could be b4, rook b3, which is a very creative idea. And black stops b4 and rook back to c1. Now his idea could be
Attacking on king side.
maybe your idea, queen d3 actually. Maybe double pawns are
Yes,
not that bad. Because after bishop moves, you go rook c7. He does,
yes,
yeah.
it does.
Should black take? I would not. I would not. I would maybe go queen f4. Yes. Attacks the rook. Okay, but apparently it's not a good move. Not entirely sure why. Just rook d1. Now bishop b4 to bishop d6 seems to be natural. e3. I don't like c3 move. Now queen h2 is always a threat, so knight can never move. Okay, trading. Yes, very good idea. But maybe Maybe queen f6, just keeping the queens for now.
Hmm.
This is a
Can
possible.
black? Yes, black should have traded. I think
Hmm. Now rook e1 maybe from white. Do you want to trade the rooks?
rook e1.
White from white.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he really wants to exchange the queen.
I don't think black would do that.
But are we seeing another
White
repeat?
should, yes, white should play rook e1 to exchange this.
If he plays rook e1 now, then queen h2 will come.
But now it is not. It will remove the knight from here.
He can play g3. There is, I don't see an issue with g3 currently. He goes c4. He's trying to get two passers. After d captures c4, b captures c4, he has two passers and he'll try to convert that. Black gives up the pawn to not allow any passers. And now cd5 may not be a good move because the pawns are blocked by the bishop. And unless you can remove that bishop,
Okay.
okay, he has done it. What do you think about rook e4 here, perhaps?
Rook e4.
E4.
Uh, it okay. It is a good move. Like to make it
G5.
more active on the center.
G5 is very aggressive.
G3. I think G3.
Yes. Now queen f6 is forced. Queen e4 would just be losing. So queen f6 is forced. What do you think about h4 actually right now?
H4.
If g4, then knight g5 and
H4.
white starts threatening.
Okay. H4. G4.
Knight g5.
Knight G5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. He decides to give a pawn back. Now bishop takes e5, pawn takes e5, and probably queen takes e5. And he will try to hold the pawn down position. Or white will try to convert that pawn down position. Oh,
H4.
h4. Very ambitious. Knight g4 is my first thought.
Yes. Knight G4 is a possible.
But takes is also possible.
Knight D7. Okay.
Knight d7 to take b6 pawn. It
Yes.
might be too far away from the king. We are getting attacked.
Now I think H takes G3.
No, queen is hanging. So he has to move the
Okay.
queen. But the thing is, he can't
Yeah.
allow. Now queen f5. He can't. Yeah. This is now white has started to dominate. Now knight f6 check is a knight f6 check, and the rook is lost. Or even better, queen g6 first. I think maybe.
Yes. Queen G6. I was about to say Queen
He has-
G6, but okay. Knight F6.
This is very difficult for black now. Perhaps he should go king h8. Yeah, there is no direct mate. Oh, queen f6 check, and you win the
Queen
bishop as well.
F6.
And you win the bishop. This is extremely lost.
White
Only
can
thing
just keep it here to play more protective.
he's going queen g4, I think, which is a oh queen e6.
Oh,
Perfect. Queen
okay. It's
e6.
done.
Okay. Are there any other games pending?
Yes. Okay. The last game. Okay, it is also over. So we had the result. Nilgiri B had won this, and uh, Nilgiri B has also moved on to finals. We can, if you want, we can analyze any game or we can move on to the next game.
When does the next round start?
It already has started, I think.
Okay, let's go.
So we have Gir A and Nallamala A here.
Shall we? Okay, a very strong game, the first board. Shall we start with that?
Yes, it's a even position for both sides. But we can see Black already had lost 2 minutes 30 seconds, and White have lost only 30 seconds. They
It,
both have even position, but not the time it's same.
it's very difficult for black. Now, rook c6 is coming, using the pin. Knight c8. Knight c8, he can take queen e7, knight e7,
Yes,
bishop g7, bishop g7, and it's not a good move because the rook endgame is drawn. Okay,
but
so
White
black,
have time advantage, somewhat time advantage.
now rook
So
c7.
I think trading the rooks and then going to a pawn endgame is better for White here.
Maybe rook c7 actually first. Okay, take and rook c7. But this is a theoretical draw.
G3.
G3 rook e2, d2 I say. G3 allows rook d2. Okay, but he had to defend. Black is getting active. It would be tragic to get checkmated as white. So
King G4.
just h3 check pushes it back. So maybe,
White Black have to play something. It's losing on time.
yeah, this is fine.
King S3.
Yeah, he can just. Black should not do
Okay,
anything. Oh no, he lost.
GG for White.
Okay.
We have result 1 on the board.
This is at the starting position.
Yes, they have just started it. We can move on to the another game.
Oh, queen f2. Just as we come, the deadly tactic d3 attacks the bishop, queen f2, and it's. I wanted to say it's over, but we have seen a lot
Check.
of games.
No, no, it's not over.
Now bishop c7, very strong. I think you lose the bishop because bishop c7. You have to play queen g1. Yes, you have to play queen g1, and you lose the e2 bishop. Queen g1 only defense as far as I see. Yes.
Okay, he finds it. But Queen takes E2.
Problem is even his king is so weak that it's difficult to understand how he will counter the threat. Okay, queen e4 intermediate. Okay, he can't trade because when he trades like this, bishop b6 check, he'll and rook c8, and that pawn is lost. Yes, he'll convert this engine. Okay. Okay, this is very lost. I guess we can move on to another game. I don't think this will change. Same color bishop with, even though white has an extra pawn, it's completely good. Now king e5 is huge blunder. Shouldn't play it. This is equal because white's pawn is stuck on b4, which is a dark square. So black can keep attacking that pawn, whereas black has all pawns on light square. So white's bishop is not able to attack anything.
He should just trade it. Check first is also. Check first. Bit worried he's allowing king c5, king. Oh no no no!
Okay, c5, king c5.
It's
Now
now it's
trades are not good.
now he should just go king e5. Try to take these two and sacrifice his bishop. Yeah.
Okay, king
Now
c6, and he will just push his pawn.
no, he'll just go king f4 here. Black goes king f4. Okay, or this is fine. Now king f4. I'm not sure. Oh, king f4 allows bishop d6. Okay.
Okay, bishop
No, now
d5,
bishop
d6,
d6, and it's
bishop
over.
d6.
Now, yes, just come to back rank and queen g1 will be played. Huh. Okay, this game is also completely lost. Inquisitive Thinker versus Magnus Carlsen Jr. Bishop f4 London. This is the King's Indian system against. This is Jobawa's system now against the London.
Indian game.
Yes. It's called Indian game because in Indian version you could only move the pawns one square. So that's why this
Okay.
d6 d6. So all Indian games you'll see that the pawns always move only one square d6 d6 and okay, this is extremely aggressive now.
e5.
White e5, I think you can just trade.
Yes.
Now bishop e5. If knight e5 queen
Knight
d8 check.
can't take it. Knight can't take, no?
Yes. Even though white is much lower rated, he is playing this very aggressively. He is on a mission.
His name suggests himself as Magnus Carlsen Jr.
Okay. Now huge expectations. Bishop c4 maybe. Always nice to attack f7. Bishop h6 also completely reasonable. Okay. This is good. Now black stopped bishop c4. And now it's not clear where the white bishop will develop. h4 h5 very okay. Now he can develop knight e2 to knight f4 or knight d4 depending upon the position. Currently I see the issue, maybe he should play bishop d3 actually. The rook now rook d8 will come and trading rooks seems like it's in black's favor. But e5, I didn't consider
And
this because
pushes.
knight oh no no wait what? Can he take on f6? Pawn takes f6 and then
Mm,
pawn takes e7.
I think
Whoa, why is
he
it so
could
low?
have taken that.
Oh, bishop h6. Okay.
Now he will trade the rooks.
Oh, it has turned. It was an extremely good position. Now it turned into this. He should not
Okay,
trade. He
we
should
will
go knight.
analyze this.
Hmm?
We will analyze this one later.
Yeah.
I should note it down.
Definitely, he should play knight e4. No, he traded. Now it's very difficult. Bishop f4. Ooh, quick. Knight c3. Sneaky, sneaky threat. He should see it. But even if he sees it, what can he play actually? Yes, knight e2. Hmm. Many
Rook
good moves.
to D. Okay, this
Ooh,
one.
knight e3. That's painful. Queen e1.
Great. Queen E1 and it is over.
Knight c1 and Knight c1, and now queen c1 would be mate. Yeah, he's trying for queen c1 mate. Yeah. Though bishop g2 is here. Okay, g5 is also. But now, okay, now it's checkmate. Knight d2. He is forced to give up the queen and it's lost.
So he
Resigns.
resigned. Okay, this one is also on favor of black here.
I think the evaluation
Gir
bar
had
is black.
already Gir had already won 5 matches, and Nallamala A is on 1 point. He'd have to win all the 4 matches to make a uh, chance here. So I think it can be traded. Rooks can be traded here.
Or can be traded. I was thinking, how about knight d4? Is it decent?
Knight D4.
Yes, trying to take bishop takes d4, then pawn takes d4.
Knight D4, then he can trade the queen sword.
Yeah, king f7, and maybe you can black can play that endgame. What did he decide to do?
Oh, he haven't played yet.
Okay. No, isn't this game over?
Uh, no, black has time to play. Black should play now.
Okay.
Yes, he plays G5, Knight G5.
Okay, maybe knight g5 because after queen f7 he wants to take knight f7. I am not sure why. Maybe to bring the knight to d6.
Knight to
Actually, how do you feel about h4 here? Queen b2. I don't like queen b2. Queen, it doesn't attack anything. Now knight e4. What do you think about it? Knight e4.
Knight E4. Yeah, yes, it can be good.
Okay. b6 is solid. Now that pawn is never under attack.
Oh, what is White's idea to play Queen B2?
I think he just wanted to avoid the queen trade because he thinks he can attack on king side with this strong bishop.
Okay,
But I
so he
feel it
just
will not
played a
happen.
waiting move.
Yeah, but I feel it will not happen because okay, he moves the bishop back. Queen d5 check is an option if you want to throw it in. And if you play king g1, you get mated. Knight x3 check.
Yeah,
Queen d5. Actually, does he have to play f3 after that then?
yes. If he moves king to anywhere, it is a checkmate. The only option would be F3. Okay, he plays
But
Knight
maybe f3
E4.
is actually okay for white. Not here in that position. Maybe. Bishop e3, maybe?
Bishop
Yes.
E3, yes. Okay, hi Subham. We have Subham here today with us. Good evening.
Good evening.
Ooh.
So, we have followed your game. It was really good.
They were
You
bad
made a
today,
chance
actually.
that you
I
had
just
a
saw that
chance and you
team
lost
won.
it.
I was like, okay, I can play whatever I want. Then I just went.
So it was really
Yeah,
good
by
from
the
your
way,
side. But then you just did something horrible there.
yeah,
So, did you sneeze today also?
no, today it was not sneeze. It was like I knowingly did that.
Okay.
It's Gir versus Nallamala, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you show what's the score?
Scores.
5-1.
Here perhaps black can try queen d5, and after the bishop moves, he can go queen d2.
Okay. Okay.
Black's move, I think queen d5 maybe is a good, will equalize the position.
Queen d5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
controlling the diagonal is good.
Now, the idea being that suppose bishop g1, you go queen d2.
Why will we go bishop c1?
No, no, g1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
sorry.
still queen d2, and white can't trade because it will be a double attack.
just we can rook c2.
Then perhaps knight e3 is an option. Maybe he goes
Now
queen
we
e6.
can even trade like rook c2 and we can trade the queen. I think endgame should be better for white.
Who is playing? Who has to win here?
Like I am Arjun, I think he need to win by force, else even a draw is equals to win for Gear.
Okay, if he is forced to play for a win, then I think he should try h5, h4.
Yeah, he can.
Okay,
Oh,
now
he
the
should not have
They
done
have
that.
traded the queens here.
Yeah,
now it's extremely difficult. But no, rook c7 is passive. Okay. Knight b5 to knight c3. Yes, he has to somehow
yeah. He, he could have played this earlier instead of rook c2. Rook c7, sorry.
a6 bishop b6. Pawn gone. Okay, he
Yeah,
a4, and now it's extremely difficult to win. Though we saw that whole piece turn around.
okay. Why he is trading everything? Like that pawn is also going now. Yeah, take that pawn and you can even sack the bishop for that pawn.
Yes, now the winning chances for black. Bishop d4 and it's a knight trap. Oh my god.
Hey, what?
Hmm.
You should not have done that. I mean, you if you would have won a pawn for that bishop, it's completely fine. But now,
Now it's very lost. Uh,
yeah,
okay, extremely lost. Do they actually have a chance h5 now maybe?
there is no chance to save this.
King
Or
e4 and
I think is there are only four player playing, so which house did not join? There is no fifth board, right?
Yes. Today there is no football. One player, one
Yeah,
chance.
so I there would be a penalty, so they know they can afford losing. So maybe he's trolling the opponent, like I did.
But we should not be dependent on the penalties. We should try to gain as much
That's
point as
true.
we can.
is this the last game going on?
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
Uh, no,
five,
there
six,
are
seven.
matches going on too.
Let's move
So
to the
yeah, on
then.
board two,
Yes.
board two. Yeah. Okay,
Who
they
has
are
to
Even
win?
winning
Saket
here.
are playing.
Saket is from Gir and he's winning here. Queen up.
Oh,
Like you can
I
throw
don't.
all your pawns for no reason. Still you are winning. Wait, what?
Yeah, I am not. Okay, this one. Home and Saket are playing.
Yeah.
okay, this is
And
g3 now.
Saket is winning here.
You can even sacrifice the queen for the bishop if you want.
Okay, now mate in queen d1
That is just trolling your opponent.
Yeah. Like we can promote four knights if you want.
and mate.
There
Just
could be a
we
stalemate.
have to we have to avoid the statement. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like if he
So we
would
have
have pushed any
Kaziranga here
pawn,
today.
yeah. So congratulations to Gear for winning.
Oh, Kaziranga had already won 4 matches.
Wait, still again 4 players. People not taking semi-final also seriously.
Yes, like we already had the rules to join 5 players. Uh, People are
Yeah,
not that enthusiastic as they seem to be.
He can afford to play rook b7 here
rook
because there are two
e7
persons.
we can, but like rook, no, we can play rook b7. You can't go bishop f4 because that is a win.
So what?
Yeah, after rook
Why?
b7, after rook b7, rook e7, I guess.
Yes, and he will go queen c8 check probably,
Just king f7.
and perhaps he should take because actually I don't think white is has a good checkmating idea because bishop f4 is
Yeah,
extremely strong.
yeah, bishop f4, then you need to move that f rook in order to stop me.
I don't see another move except rook b7. Do you see anything?
Um, what can I do?
Maybe he can play rook e1 and like try to play king f1, king e2. But that's not happening
He
actually.
can do that, but like where to place the rook?
No, he has to play rook b7 actually. Only move.
Or he can play queen e4, I think,
Queen
to
e4.
stop bishop e4.
Queen a4. Okay.
Yeah, because
Uh,
queen is not doing anything there.
but queen f3.
Sorry
Let me
guys,
see the position.
network issue.
No, no, worries.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, what you were saying, queen?
f3 after queen a4. But he decided bishop. He decided rook b7. Now here, wait.
I think there is
Okay,
some perfect. This
he
should
can't take.
not be a draw. You can't tell. I'm saying this should not be a draw if there is no perpetual or repetition. That because white has extra material.
Queen
Mm-mm-mm.
f3.
We can play rook queen c5, queen takes c5.
Queen takes e5. Black can take a draw then if he
Yeah,
wants to.
black can take, which
If
he
he
should.
wants. Mm, but does his team need to? His team needs to win. So no, his team
Yeah, his
loses.
team is winning anyway.
Okay. Then he shouldn't risk it. He should just go.
Yeah, he can take the draw. He could be happy. Hmm. Okay, now it's a draw. If you want, you can do. Or king actually runs from f1 to, yeah. Is there
No,
a
he
way?
could have played bishop e. No, no, no.
If bishop moves the, then there is a checkmate.
Yeah. Queen h3, king e2, and now he has to find queen g4 is fine.
Wait,
Now
this
to
should not. Then
okay.
queen h5, yeah. He's going for the draw if he is getting one. And yeah, that is a perfect point. So you
Yes.
will go for it.
Cannot avoid it.
We, yeah. We can move to another game.
Yeah, actually, yes.
Rating wise, it's a decent result, although the team is still
Yeah,
losing.
like you could be happy you won. See, it's already 5.5 hours. Best player from the both teams didn't play. Money and Lunesh, I guess. Yeah.
Hmm. Do
Okay.
you have any idea why Man is not playing?
Why? I don't know. Like he
No,
didn't
no,
send
I'm
me anything.
asking you.
No, no, no. Like he's a granny, he may would have forgotten.
Now that rook will always be passive, defending on a8, and
Yeah.
this bishop is not so useful on b3. It only does one job. It
Yes.
prevents rook for now.
But like we can even reroute it.
Rook b8 allowed.
Okay, we allow. It should be a 3G. If
Resign.
okay.
Ask him of the round. Yes.
I more.
If this is the position, if this
Yeah,
is the
this is
position
last game.
with white to
Yes.
play, now white should
Yeah.
not allow knight for check. That seems lost.
With what? With check?
Oh, white should not allow knight d4. So he
Uh,
trades. Okay.
what's the point?
White's king doesn't look any safer than black's king. So
Black can even simply like queen c2, trade the queens, and he is up a pawn. So he's a better chances in endgame.
I feel he'll go
Yeah,
queen b5. Okay.
like we can see now if you trade the rooks, the endgame is completely winning for black because of that extra pawn.
Yes, he'll play g5, king f7, king g6, and then take the pawn. So
Yeah,
he should. Okay, black
yeah,
is traded. Now, now g5. He allowed white to play g5,
yeah.
and now
But
those two
let's
pawns
see.
are.
I don't think White will find it. Oh, he found very good.
Now those two black pawns are equivalent to one pawn, and
Yeah,
it's really a draw unless you mess any kind of
someone
opposition.
sneeze. I remember similar position, and actual king was exact on that point where black king is.
And even Ali Reza Firuza blundered. Oh my god! I was saying even Ali Reza Firuza
White
blundered
also.
position
Yeah,
against
Yes.
Magnus.
I think it was against
White also
Nagamala.
don't have time to play. So that's
Now king a3, and you will get outcircled by the king.
Yeah. Wait, I think king e3, king c3,
King a2,
king e2. Okay, king back to c2,
king a1.
king e.
Right.
See, yeah,
King
that's the draw. We can just follow the king.
Oh yeah. Actually, what? Oh no no no. B4.
And now
now
white
White
wins.
is
Oh
okay.
no.
He lost.
What?
Oh my god.
Time pressure.
Actually, what was the winning move if not king a3?
Yeah, it was just pushing the pawn.
Okay.
Like white king would, black king would never stop it.
I don't
We
think
can
we'll
go
see any
few
more.
move back. Yeah,
Yeah, the
Yes.
b4 was
Okay.
critical. Yeah, b4
yeah,
was
just b4 and it's done and dusted.
Yes.
okay. But
You could
previous
have played
position
that, but
See, after
instead of
b4, you need to play king e2. Yeah,
instead of king a3, he had to play a4.
okay. We had
he could have e4 or he could just have room with his
White
king.
won here. Oh,
Huh?
sorry.
White
Black
lost,
won
I
here
think.
on time.
Yeah, he
No, he
was
won
winning.
on time.
No, he was
So
losing.
he
Yeah,
resigned.
wait, go back. Go back.
He,
What
Oh,
happened?
White resigned. Okay. And
White resigned because
congratulations
he
for
lost all
Kaziranga
his
A.
pawn. But how? How he
Okay.
lost all his pawns?
So we had a winner here, Kaziranga A.
Yeah.
And really good try from Namdapha side also.
the only
Maybe we
half
have a
point.
draw here. We can go to this.
No, we watched this.
Yeah.
Okay, we have seen this, right?
We
This
could
is the
see
only
that
point left.
game, how we reached that end game.
Yes.
Okay, we can
Yeah,
move to
this
this.
was.
Here,
Like, yeah, go back. Here, yeah, black and white. Just take the king back. Yeah.
Okay, just a4 here.
ah,
No, you want
A4 is not possible.
the king a3 is draw. We saw this.
Yeah,
Yes.
So he has to play what? A4.
For
Like,
black,
before. Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
okay, and you win D4 pawn. Okay, that's not very
yes,
odd.
It's like just you
it
need to
can
keep
go.
the kings diagonally, like diagonally one square away. That's the key.
Are there
And
any
with
more matches?
weapons by force. No, I think this was the last.
By force, no, I don't think by force any moves are there.
No, no. He needs to play like a pawn takes c4. Else that pawn will just go down.
Okay, yes,
Yeah, and then black will achieve the position.
yes.
Like in
But
this
yeah, we have
same
seen
position.
in
Yeah,
CSL, we have seen that tables turn around.
yeah,
And at this point, when White had a chance, uh,
yeah,
he had 14 seconds, and I don't think he used it.
yeah. Like b4 is go to move, even in less than 5 seconds. Now, just
Okay,
see,
so
you need
we
one, two, three, four moves to promote, and black needs first he need to play king a2, then king b1, then he need three more moves, which is five.
Also, King B1 will
okay. I
all
think
in the
we have one game to analyze.
Yeah, it would be a check.
so one more tempo loss.
Yeah,
I think
or one
just
of
a
last
second.
one game.
Oh, we watched this one, right? This 92.
Yeah. So we had, I think we had a position here somewhere to analyze. Yes, Akash?
Yeah, this was interesting until he played. Yeah, here after Queen. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Here E5, and he fell for this Queen D8 tactic. That the
Okay.
pawn is actually not defended.
I think that
But
he
there
was
was a
out.
counter tactic, I think. Let's say DE4,
D takes
D.
e4.
DE5, DE5,
Okay, d5. Okay,
and Bishop E5 he played. I thought there was
Yes.
Knight E4 maybe a move here after Bishop E5. After Bishop.
bishop takes e5. Yeah, bishop takes e5.
Yes.
I thought
Now
Knight
what?
E5 would be a good move.
Sorry,
Knight.
what?
Where?
Here Knight takes E4. No, Knight
Knight
takes
takes
E4.
Knight
e4.
takes E4. E4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought he could have played
Okay.
this. Okay, it's
Wait.
But
apparently not.
then,
Yeah, it's a
But
free knight.
no, Bishop E5.
Okay, you
no,
take
no,
the
bishop.
bishop.
Yes.
Wait, there was a better move. Let's go back, find it.
Yeah.
Oh, Knight
If this
C5
works,
does.
No, this
go
doesn't
back
work.
few moves. It was a bigger advantage. Yeah, here. Why does a better move? What it will?
Might have a better one.
Yeah, queen e, right?
Queen
Queen
E3.
e3.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, yeah. Now, if you take the
No.
Okay.
king, start to move.
Queen Queen D4.
Yeah, d4 not e5, e5. E, okay, what's the difference with e5? Go e5, queen e5,
D5.
d5.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry, sorry.
D5. D5.
Yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah. This works as well. We just need
No.
no, no. Because Queen D5, Knight C3.
I think X
Well,
can be.
okay.
No.
Now it's obvious. Like his idea. I queen d4 works, but I was just trying if queen d5 also works or not.
Queen D5, Knight C3 tempo is there, I guess. That's the issue.
Mm, yeah.
What after this?
After this, just Bishop E5. Apparently, this is also good for white.
Yes. And then,
Yeah. Then you played the move like knight c5.
No, Knight C5 doesn't move.
is it?
This one.
Bishop b5. Okay, c6
Yes,
you
this
want.
is important.
What do you want? C6? You want knight d6 eventually, or
Yes.
no? But here, no, no. Here you just lose it. Here you just lose the piece, I think.
Okay. So
No,
what
C6
is the what is the better move here?
here.
Mm,
Yeah, it could
Knight
be.
x3.
Wait.
Could be.
Okay, this works.
Why? Next move be castle? Is there an issue? No, next move, next move. Not this one, not this one. First bishop d7.
Okay. Sorry, bishop.
Bishop g7. Just save.
Okay, bishop g7.
And we just castle next move unless there is. Oh wait, is it? Is it knight c5 now? Knight c5
Knight
now.
c5. Okay.
And you can't castle.
Mm,
I was going to say you can't castle and rook e1 check is also coming, but
Uh, there is something we are missing.
how is
Mhm.
queen b4? Wait, knight d6.
No, this
Uh,
is not.
what?
How is queen b4?
Queen?
Queen b4.
Queen
b4 b4.
b4.
Yeah.
Stopping the castle.
Yes. Okay, you stop. Okay, yeah, correct.
But yeah,
No,
c5
c5
cannot go.
knight d6 knight
Mm,
d6.
yeah, right.
Uh,
Yeah, we can just take that.
but yeah, it is not a good one.
Wait. Yeah. Can we play bishop b5? If the king moves,
Bishop b.
no, bishop b5 just bishop, no? I think, yeah.
Okay, now c6 can't work. Knight d6 check.
Yeah, bb5 was correct, I think, yeah.
Yeah, now bishop b5.
Yeah.
We were trying this with
Well,
the same thing, but bishop when bishop was on
yeah,
e5.
because now you castle, you
Yes,
lose a
this
defender
is.
of that knight.
No, now if you
Yeah,
play c6, you have knight d6. Before when c6 knight d6,
yeah.
there was
Yes.
okay.
Now he can't castle.
Yeah. So in the game,
You can't castle because knight is attacked
The knight
thrice.
is hanging.
and now rook e1 is also coming, so it's pretty deadly.
Yeah,
Mhm.
What did he play actually?
yeah. What happened in the game?
Actually, he just castled
Okay.
after bishop
Yeah.
takes e5. He just castled.
Okay. And now bishop back to f4, I think.
Yes.
f3 happened, and then here he played. I did like bishop h6. He played. No, no. After queen e7.
After queen e7.
Here bishop h6.
Yes,
I
this was a good move.
no, but I think bishop c4 maybe was better.
Bishop c4.
Then you try to go knight h3, knight g5 maybe.
Okay. Knight s3, knight g5.
But
Yes,
okay,
this also could work, I think.
good work. Okay, he played
But
bishop
uh,
h6, and he should have just taken it because few moves later we'll see.
mhm.
He forgot about it here. Queen even he forgot about the bishop.
Yes.
Yeah,
Actually, he did blundered here only. King on
he could just have taken the bishop and then played queen e1.
e5.
Actually, we were excited about this game because he's much lower rated, Magnus Carlsen Jr. But he was
Okay.
rushing.
Yeah,
Just here knight e4. Here one second. You're
yeah.
lost, but
Knight
even if
e4.
you play knight e4. Next move, try c4, knight f6. If opponent misses, trading is just
Okay.
now you have no hopes
Good.
in general, and now it some max
Yeah,
steel
there is
tactics.
some Yeah, like this, and is
He
there
had
a
to.
mother's maid?
Yeah, he had to play bishop g2. He didn't see. He played g4.
He did resign here.
Yeah, instead of g5, actually you
Yeah,
can
he
took
could,
good hold.
because he
Like
needs to. Yeah,
bishop g2 here.
Yes.
He can survive for a bit longer. Bishop g2.
he can.
Okay, bishop
Yeah,
g2.
yeah. Now knight d2. He can
But
make. He can play king.
wait,
What is
yeah,
that inside?
no,
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 no. Rook.
no. This does not
Oh,
work.
okay,
It
okay.
is a rook.
Rook is there.
Yeah,
Yes.
Even knight d2 now it's not mates.
but we can still play knight d2 anyway.
Yes.
Then we
King.
can move queen f2.
Yeah. Okay. It's
No, bishop
lost.
is defending it. No,
No, it's definitely
bishop
lost.
on. Yeah,
He could have tried this, but he lost.
Okay, it's
yeah,
just stretching the game.
Yes.
yeah. Now king
So,
a1 and queen f2.
any games you want to analyze here?
Uh, you could show
Not
us.
mine for sure.
Yours
Okay,
we
now
had
we have.
already analyzed.
Now
You
we
can
have
watch
to.
it on the stream.
Oh, no. You gave me the screen time on the worst day. Worst possible. It's up. Uh, did you guys saw the game in which Fazlur won against Toronto?
We can see that.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
We didn't watch this. Looks like Rui Lopez maybe. No, it's knight of.
I think it's Sicilian. Yeah.
Okay,
No,
knight
we
of c8
haven't seen this
I
one.
think is rare.
Yeah.
Knight d4. Knight f6. Knight c6. a6. English attack. Bishop e3. e5. e5. Knight f3 is more solid. Knight b3 is more attacking type.
Yeah. Wait. Now, just wait. Can we ask to chat what can why is white win? White has the advantage.
Oh, nice.
Now wait. Yeah. Swaminathan, are you
Okay.
seeing the chat?
Uh, yes, but no one is answering it.
Yeah. If someone answers them, please tell because I'm not watching the chat.
Okay, we can move on. If someone answers, I will just surely say his or
Yeah.
her name.
Just wait till 46. If no one answer, then we will tell the move.
Okay, I will also see why white has the advantage here.
Okay, good.
So, in the meantime,
Yes.
Akar, can you share your experience here today? So, you have joined today for the first time here, and it's the semi-final of the Chess Super League. How was it?
Yeah, it was a very fun tournament actually. We saw lots of ups and downs. I mean, you know the kind,
Yeah.
especially
Yes.
Somewhere as well. I think people in chat are sleeping, so you can tell the move.
Okay, I also don't have the move. I'm not that good here. I think bishop to f6.
And knight d5. Wait, bishop to f6. No, 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 no,
F7.
no, no, no. That does not work.
Okay, so
Akash,
what
will you
should
tell
we?
the move to chat?
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
knight d5, right?
No,
What? Knight d5, knight d5, knight d5, then
it's
queen d5, double attack.
knight
bishop
d5.
d5 simply wins, right?
What?
This works as well, but like bishop d5,
Why
Okay,
bishop?
bishop d5. There is no way
okay,
to save the rook.
Oh yeah. But I thought even knight d5 is winning a rook. Could you check? Am I wrong?
Yeah, I this also works.
knight d5.
And I was thinking,
Okay,
no, it doesn't.
no,
No,
knight
it does not.
d5 does not work.
Yeah,
Knight d5 doesn't.
Just we can
After
go
this,
direct.
we can play this one.
No, no, queen d5, queen d5.
Okay.
Knight
Here,
d5.
So,
bishop
okay.
d5. Go
Yours
bishop
is
d5, knight,
knight d5.
Yeah,
bishop
I
d5
D5,
thought.
first.
right?
Yeah. Now there is no way
Knight
to
takes
save
d5.
that rook.
No, no, queen d4.
Take with the queen. Take with the queen. Knight takes, queen takes.
Okay, yes, yes, yes. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
No
Nowhere
worries.
to put the rook on a8.
Yeah. The rook is gone. Like you need to give material.
Hmm. He actually played this one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
From here, I think he converted smoothly. Mm.
So, why king g7 here?
Um,
Yes, the queen is annoying.
but what else can you move?
Waiting
Like
move?
that bishop on e7 can't move at all. That rook can't
Is
move.
it
That
a
knight
waiting move?
can't move. Yeah.
Somewhat, I mean, your position is so good, you don't need to do anything immediately. And I would have taken knight d5. Oh, okay, resigns.
Oh, he resigned here.
And he has 4 minutes still
Okay.
after 25
He
minutes.
starts. I don't know what Ronak was doing there. He started at
He
3
was
and he had
practicing
4 of
bullet.
it. So,
Mm,
any more games?
I think he,
I think chat has already slept here. So, any more games
yeah.
from your side, guys?
Maybe we can check that rook and bishop game.
Okay. Uh,
I mean,
do you remember which was it? Because I don't remember it.
oh, which was it?
We
From this
can.
game, I don't remember because I joined for.
I think this was also an interesting game.
Oh, this is the one we were watching.
Yes, this was okay. We can go through this one.
Yeah, go back. No, no, go back. I guess here it's already.
We watched
So,
that, I think, right?
mhm, bishop and which one? Which one?
I don't think that was in this.
We can go to another.
And Kaziranga versus which team? Namdapha, yeah.
Okay.
That game was interesting, which had queen h6 checkmate.
Mhm.
Uh, None of these games. You could go to the queen h6 checkmate game. It was interesting.
We will just find it.
It was in Saranda B, right?
No, not in
Which
Saranda.
he's talking about.
No, I think it was Nilgiri Nallamala game.
No, no, the
I
Queen
actually
H6
also
one he is saying that.
was that in Nallamala. Sorry, Saranda.
Yeah, yeah. He saw the game and then he said that Queen H6 was interesting, right?
Okay, let me find that one.
Queen Saranda B. Okay, yeah. This is
So which one?
That
yeah,
uh,
second board, second game, I think.
This one.
no. Just check the game
Just
where
go
the
below.
queen h6 mate on the. No, above, above. Yes. Above, above. There is one game where it's queen. Yeah, this.
Okay, this one.
Yeah,
I think this is the first game we were analyzing.
Yes, this was the first game.
And it's whoa, C6 in Berlin. I've never seen. Yeah, Black was in control of this game. I guess he played
yeah,
D4.
he has the good center.
Yeah, he got a huge attack. White didn't castle for some reason.
Yeah,
Continue. H6.
I think we can
Now,
even put d5 in the
I mean,
position.
White has two issues: C2 pawn and E4. Okay, H3 is very slow, but he has major issues.
Yeah,
This C2 pawn is forever a weakness. E4 can come at any time, and B2 pawn is also potentially weak.
yeah,
H3, yes, and he allowed
yeah.
E4.
Uh,
See,
Black has advantage here.
Yeah, he allowed E4 with the king in the center.
yeah.
Oh,
It's like it
How
would
this?
he would have castled, then it would be a smaller problem.
I mean, how this game ends in
yeah.
Queen H6 checkmate is. Yeah, I think here it got. No, continue. Queen F5. Yeah, and after Rook H1. Here now it's actually not as simple as Black could have had it. Because now Knight D4 C3 kind of cements the position. And then
Okay.
it's not
Knight
clear ways.
D4,
Then the king
C3.
just you can trade the queen. You are up in material, but like
White will
this
avoid.
a5 idea means your king is not that safe. So you should think for its protection first.
But I was thinking instead of A5 he could play Queen C4. Maybe that's better.
Yeah, queen
Ah,
c4 is a
Queen
good
C3.
move, but we can just even give a check on d file with a rook or a queen, anything.
But then King C1 it just goes back.
Okay, but
That's
he did play
okay.
A5.
Rook E1
Here
it's
just
not.
trade the rook. Yeah.
Yeah, but White shouldn't have played Rook E1. But it actually worked out. This knight eventually ended up on H5 somehow. Yeah, here
It
this
was
position.
what was the drawing move there? Go back
Uh,
two moves. Yeah. Yeah, that was a. This is a equal position. How
play King H8. King H8.
king
Like
Sorry?
h3.
King H8 is fine, I think.
Okay, then I think queen f5, f5 or h5. Wait, what?
Queen
In F5.
Rook D6 maybe.
And Rook D6.
D6. D6.
No, no,
Okay.
this does not
This
seem
is a
so.
draw. I think
I
Queen
think
takes this.
No,
queen
no, you.
d6. I think. Yeah, queen d6 is better.
Queen
Okay, not
D6.
a back rank. Queen D6
No.
also. Why? Maybe.
If there is, I think you should play that king g7 again. Yeah.
No, but then repeat
This
this.
does not also work.
Actually, difficult. Oh, Queen E5.
Queen
Fine.
E5.
E5.
Yeah, the
Yes,
knight is
this
moving.
does
Yeah.
work. Okay.
Still,
Yes.
like you
Okay,
can
fine.
play queen. No, white trade.
No, no.
You won't
Trade.
reduce down material. Queen g4.
Queen G4.
Queen G4. Queen B2 maybe you can
Yeah,
take.
you can take, but then you just re-alive the threat, right?
Which threat? Like
Take
Queen
the b2
B2?
pawn.
No, no, Queen B2. H5 apparently
Yeah,
also fine. But let's just try Queen B2.
Queen B2.
if,
Now you
if we
have to attack
go to
H6.
queen h5,
Queen F5.
h5, yeah.
Let's say
Uh,
queen. Nice. Queen b4.
King back.
King c1.
D
Oh,
D
d1.
D.
Wait, d1. King d1, then queen f4.
Queen
Mm,
f4.
Yeah.
But
yeah, F4
queen
seals.
f.
Okay,
Oh, sorry.
Oh, f4. Okay, then f7 is gone. My bad.
but F7 does not, I think, matters that much because Queen would be on that F, so that F pawn is never a problem.
Yeah, queen f7, queen f2. The same tactic 3 4 times is getting you full pieces.
Queen
You
f7.
can
Queen
give
f.
the F2 pawn. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
But the 20 seconds is still
So
not
what?
clear how okay wins. Checkmate. Checkmate how.
Yeah, for sure. 20 seconds is not at all. What happened in the game?
In the game.
This,
Yeah,
okay.
rook d8. He saw,
This
I
I
think he saw
also
rook
did.
d7, queen f5, and then he didn't have
Sorry.
time to do that. He probably saw rook d7, queen f5 is there, like instead of rook g8.
Okay. Mhm.
Now knight f4. Oh, he missed
Yeah,
it, but I think he found it eventually.
yeah. Now I think this time. Hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. This is a huge number. So
Who are
uh,
the highest
it
rated
was
players?
highest rated player.
Yeah,
Uh, they both have equal ratings, almost equal
in
ratings.
this tournament.
In
In
this
this tournament,
tournament, I
I
think
think
Money or
money,
Vignesh.
yeah, money, weakness.
Money, Vignesh, yeah,
Oh,
or Ranak could be also the highest rate.
oh, Vignesh N. Like,
Yeah, I think he's 2400 plus. I think.
yeah, Rapid King. Actually, I know.
And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Rapid King is there, and yes, money is also there. So okay, congratulations to the winners, and be prepared for the finals, and also those who have lost. No worries, we can. You have the chance to get prepared for this year. We will have a match, and thank you to Subham and Akash both for the join here. And good night to all. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Just before leaving, we can just show every scorecard
Okay, sure.
of all matches. Yeah,
Uh, this is the first match. Kaziranga B, Saranda B. Saranda won,
yeah.
and on the second game, Nallamala Nilgiri B, I guess. Nilgiri B had won the game with a lead of 2 points. Nilgiri had won, and on the Gir A, Gire versus Nallamala A. Gir got the lead here with 6 points, and at the end, Kaziranga A versus Namdapha A. Kaziranga has won the game with 7.5 points on the board. And congratulations to all the players again. And congratulations, Suvam. We have moved to the final.
Thank you.
So, okay. Thank you guys for joining. We can wrap up now. Good night.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Akash.